SMT Nation, we back. Nation, Verizon's spilling the beans on some research and some reports they've been compiling, and it's really important for the industry, and I'm really happy that Verizon is doing this because I think this is going to be something huge for the industry, and it's going to be really helpful for consumers and businesses. Let me tell you guys what they're up to. Let me tell you what they've discovered. Let's discuss that here in today's video. Link for the article is just kind of like a placeholder. I'll provide that in the description down below. Ways to support us can be found there as well. Please do like and share this video. Subscribe if you're new here. And turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload from the SMT. All right, folks. So what is Verizon doing? Verizon is doing a lot of research, investigation, and producing reports. And they just produced a 2024 data breach investigations report. The one you see on the screen is from 2023. And the reason I'm posting it is because it looks like Verizon is pushing the industry forward with respect to data breaches and investigating cyber attacks and those types of vulnerabilities. The data that Verizon has discovered, put together, and compiled is eye-opening, right? Fresh off the heels of Comcast and AT&T most recently being compromised for something like this. Last year it was Dish. In the past, T-Mobile has been exposed for data breaches on several occasions, and nobody really wants to talk about this, but Verizon's doing the dirty work. They're doing the legwork, and they've discovered a lot, right? There seems to be like three camps. There's the camp of companies that care about data protections and cybersecurity, and they spend money on it, and they fight against it. Then there's a contingency, a group. They don't spend any money on it. And then there's a group in the middle, who cares about it, but doesn't, I guess, know what they're doing with it because it's complicated and they don't understand how it works, right? So they discussed all of this, and then they discussed also in their report 0-day vulnerabilities with respect to like operating systems, apps, and how vulnerabilities happen and how they don't even know that they've occurred, right? And sometimes they don't know for months that a breach has happened and bad actors have been within their systems for an extended amount of time. Anyways, the data is eye-opening. The data is alarming. The data is shocking just to see the sheer number of attacks. Things like extortion, things like ransomware, which we've seen with Dish and those types of things. The percentages are incredible. They're just the number of vulnerabilities across the industries with reach. I mean, really, nobody's safe. But the fact that Verizon is discussing it, the fact that Verizon is generating reports on it, bringing the awareness, and then I think what starts to happen is companies are seeing these types of reports, and they can start to respond accordingly. Clearly, AT&T was behind the eight ball. So was Comcast. T-Mobile has definitely been so in the past. I, for one, think this puts Verizon in a position to clearly be ahead of the curve. They obviously care about this sort of thing to the point where now they become a name with respect to cybersecurity. Nobody else in the industry is doing this. So I, for one, think this is good for the industry. It's good for consumer protection and company protections. And I can only see upside from this. I don't see how this is a bad thing, right? It's something that is sorely required because they take a lot of consumer data and they hold a lot of private information, and those vulnerabilities, the bad actors, they want it, right? So this I think is really, really big for Verizon and the industry. I wish AT&T and T-Mobile were a little bit more proactive like this, as well as the cable operators and anybody who has, a business, large business within the telco space. Small business, large business, makes no difference. Cybersecurity is something that requires investment. It's something that requires attention. And I don't think these companies can keep a blind eye to it. And I think Verizon's putting all that on Front Street right now, right? They're putting it on blast. Some companies might be getting exposed for not caring, and some, we could celebrate for caring. I think Verizon's one of them. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section below. You all voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.